You can get a wig at a shop.
Good morning or good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hey, Tina.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
I apologize for the delay. I'm over here waiting for the library to sign me in, and the library's like, no, Sammy, you have to host it. I said, oh, sorry. Hi, Colleen.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Hi, Colleen.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too.
Yeah, I like your earrings.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
I haven't been wearing jewelry because when I go out, I have my face mask, so I feel like that ruins everything.
I know. I haven't really been wearing makeup or jewelry.
It's like there's no point.
Me either. That's why my camera is not coming on.
Okay.
Okay.
It's crazy.
All right. So we have 12 people signed up, so we're going to give it a little bit of time for people to log in.
Okay, no problem.
All right. And then 2 of them signed up last night, so they only got the information this morning.
Okay.
And then someone on Facebook just told me she was interested, but I don't know if she registered. Erica Page.
She did not, so you can send her the link if you want.
Okay.
Just be like, hey, hop on whenever we're doing this till 2. All right, let me send a quick text.
I will email her that link. People are excited for this, Tina.
Well, I'm glad. I hope so. I have a gift to give to everyone for participating today. So I'll send that to you, Sammy.
Thank you.
So we've got Celeste, who's also a librarian at the, who's also staff at the library. I don't know if you've met her either, but Celeste.
Hi, Celeste.
Hi. Hi.
And FYI, I have to leave at 1 for another meeting, so I'm gonna miss the second half, but I'm excited for the first half.
Okay.
Because how long will I have, Sammy?
Just 2 hours, so as long as you want.
Yeah.
Oh, for 2 hours? Because I do have to leave by 1:10.
Oh, okay. So you have 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Perfect.
Okay. Only because when I scheduled this, I didn't have anything else, and I'm doing a training for a client, and I start at 1:30, and I just finished the morning session. So
we block it out for 2 hours in case people have questions and in case people need more time or whatever. So it's not a big deal.
Okay, good. And like I said, I'm going to be sending a free gift to all the participants today.
I love it. All right, cool.
Okay, because I'm not going to do slides. I'm just going to talk it through. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. That's
Yeah, Sammy did our first virtual one last week, and that was like a test basically. Like it was like our first one, and we were really nervous and stuff. So we were trying to make sure it recorded. So right now it's saying it's recording. So we can always, if you're comfortable, put it somewhere on our website in case people missed this, and then they can see it. If not, we don't have to.
No, totally. No problem. No, I'm okay with it. I'm actually doing a 4-week training on Zoom, and it just started yesterday, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be in Zoom fatigue.
Yes. I read that that's a thing now because people, you know why? It's really scientific. So people can't, when they're in person, they pick up on subconscious cues of people, and you can sort of not really use your brain too much because it's subconscious, like picking up people's vibe, like when they're talking, what they mean and stuff, and their hands and stuff. But on Zoom, you're really getting like a cut off version of people, and you're getting camera quality, and you can't see every single person. So you can't do that connection. So your brain's working overtime to make up for that. So Zoom really exhausts you mentally more than like an in-person meeting.
Oh, it does. It did for
Yep.
me yesterday. I was exhausted.
Yep.
I was
You
like,
gotta
oh
take
my
a nap
God.
afterwards.
I did. I wanted to go to sleep at 8:30. I was like, oh, I'm really exhausted. And I didn't even have any wine.
Oh, I gotta go to the liquor store too.
Oh, God.
My husband buys it by the caseload. I'm like, if you want me to be happy, you're gonna go get the wine.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've been
right.
drinking a lot of wine. Oh, I know. Oh, God, I can't wait for this COVID to be over.
I know.
It's a trip. All right, so let's see how many people we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we gotta wait a little longer.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
good. I'm good.
So how many of these Zoom things have you been doing?
So, I mean, my goal is to speak, to this at least, 3 to 4 times a month.
Mhm.
And this topic that I'm going to be talking about today, it's something that I just recently created.
I love it.
And so I said, what am I going to call it? So I created an ebook, and which is the gift that I'm going to be sending everybody.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Oh,
And
people are gonna love that.
I just finalized it with my writer with the graphics and everything. So
That's really cool. I'm a writer too. I wish I could like self-publish, but I just don't have time to write.
I know. Well, I have a book it's done. I'm looking for a book cover designer, which I now found, and so that'll be coming out this year.
That's exciting. Very
Yeah.
cool. Well, let us know because I'm the one that buys the business books, so we could have it in the
Okay.
library.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So when it publishes, send me an email.
I will do that. Absolutely.
What was I gonna say? So
The woman, Erica, is on her way. I just sent her another link to get in, the one you originally sent me. So we do have one more who's trying to come.
okay, cool. Yeah. So Sammy, for your first one, it recorded you setting up, and then it just stopped. So it's
That
just
was
a
it?
recording of you like on the computer.
That's
So we're
not
gonna
exactly
post
what
that,
we needed, but all right, we're learning.
Yeah, exactly.
It is. It's a learning process.
Oh
But yeah, this is so funny that this came up at this time because people are under the impression that like they can't really change anything right now. Like they're lucky to have a job and like they can't really like look forward to their future career because they don't know what's going on. So I think people were really interested in like to see what you have to say to that,
Okay, good. No, I'm glad. So most of the people here are people that are looking for a new career. They're in a job and they're looking.
I would assume
changes.
so. Yeah, I would assume so because we've gotten a lot of interest on Facebook with that kind of thing. And
Good.
people saying like, this is good for my friend, tagging my friend, that kind of
Good.
thing.
Awesome. I'm excited. I love it. I love it.
Tina, I've been telling people too, there are lots of employers who are, I said this in my presentation that didn't record. There
Okay.
are lots of employers who are actively recruiting right now, and they are hiring. And then you also have people who are looking at how their employers are treating them now during this pandemic. And if they don't like how they're being treated, you better believe once people are hiring more, they're going to be out.
That's right. That's a good point you make. Now's the time to really assess your career. Where do you want to go? I believe, and I'll share, what I do and how I help people, but it's really about finding your passion. And
like,
now is the time.
Time now. You have
It
the
is.
extra time that you have to allocate to something instead of just sleeping, which I've been doing.
We're watching soap opera. Well, I don't even know if they exist anymore.
Soap operas.
Soap
I watch
operas.
them
They
every
definitely
day.
do.
Okay, they do exist still? Okay.
Because I always see at the grocery store, now that I don't go to the grocery store, but I always used to see those like little pamphlets and I'm like, who's that actor? And it's like, you don't know the actor.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yep. Celeste, how you doing?
Celeste is on mute.
I'm here. I have my daughter screaming.
I was going to say, how are the kids?
Yeah. So yeah, no, everything is good. I actually I had a meeting this morning as well and doing some stuff in the website. So
That's good. Thank you for putting that up on the website. I appreciate it.
no, it's okay. But I wanted to do this program because I kind of have like my passion is the library, but I also have a lot of other passions. And it's like, okay,
Really do.
maybe I
This
wanna
is a safe
do
space,
something else.
Celeste. The library doesn't have to be your passion today. It's okay.
Well, I
So,
find
I
out
hate the library.
in the last couple weeks, I always like interior design.
Yes.
I've been thinking to do maybe a little course or like a class or something like that to see if I like it more or if it's something
Good.
that.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's been talking about that for a while, I remember.
So, yeah.
And she actually, you have your business with your husband too. So you guys are like
Yeah, so
movers and shakers.
we own a business for home improvement, and so kind of the interior design can actually fit in, like if I want to.
Mhm.
But he's doing like landscaping, roofing, gutters. So yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Luckily, we really like he's busy, so I had to be home with the kids, watch them, and also work. So it's kind of
Mhm.
stuff.
isn't it awesome?
It's awesome, yeah.
Yeah, Sammy and I have meetings on Monday, and most of the time we're just talking about like how weird it is to like work from home. And then she's got her coworker, her son that comes in, and he's always like, "Hi,"
Say hi.
playing in the background. Yeah,
Yeah, he's so cute. Oh, he's so cute.
he
Say
is.
thank you.
Oh my God.
And he wants to be on he's upset that here, I'll put the camera on him, not me.
Man, you're gonna have to watch him when those girls are after him,
I
Sammy.
know.
Oh, I know.
Mama's gonna have to protect him.
Oh,
Hi, DJ.
he has my
God, he's so cute.
You remember me, DJ?
You remember Miss Colleen?
No.
No. Well, we have meetings a lot, so I'm gonna start. You're gonna start remembering.
Like we did in the office. But you don't.
All right, so it looks like we have, aside from us, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people here, I think. No.
Yeah, we have Melba that just joined, and it looks like Erica's still finding her way. I guess we can get started.
That's
Okay.
what I was thinking. We can just get started and they can hop in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us, everyone. I am Samantha Williams, the Entrepreneur in Residence, the EIR at the New Haven Free Public Library. As the EIR, I offer weekly sorry, I'm being distracted by my son's video. So I offer weekly office hours, Tuesdays from 2 to 4, Thursday from 4 to 6, and that's for aspiring and existing entrepreneurs and business owners. If you have any business related questions, you can stop in and do a virtual business chat. And then we have weekly presentations. So today we have Tina, who is the freedom strategist with Life is Ideal, and she's going to talk to us. And I'll let you take it, Tina.
Okay, wow, that's awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. I am Tina Kadish of Life is Ideal. And as a freedom strategist, career change agent, my background has been in training and development as well as talent acquisition. And so I was laid off back in 2003 from a major Fortune 500 company as an area trainer, and I found myself laid off. So for those of you that are here, I want to thank you, first of all, Sammy, Colleen, for having me here. I love it. And for all of you that are listening live or replay, how many of you now are in a situation where you're looking for your passion, you're looking for something else that you want, you're burnt out, you might be frustrated right now, you just are stuck, and you just don't have a direction. If you have those feelings, okay, I see some hands. That was me. When I got laid off, although I liked training, I was a single mom with 2 kids at the time. So I found myself laid off with 2 kids, and I was commuting into the city from Connecticut every day for an hour and a half each way. And I was burnt out from the commute. I liked what I was doing. I was doing a lot of leadership development, HR training, customer service, HR compliance type of training. And I loved what I was doing. I just didn't like commuting into the city every day. And I survived 9/11 because I was supposed to be in the towers on 9/11.
Oh
and
my God.
that day, and I changed my appointment that I had, and I said I'm rescheduling it. So God had another reason for me to live because I was meant to be in the building. in one of them that day.
Wow.
And I will never forget it. So when I got laid off, okay, so, and that happened in September, okay, but I got laid off in 2003. So there was a reason why I got laid off. And that's when I started my journey to figure out, what do I do with my life, my career? I had no clarity. I was frustrated. I was burnt out. And I just needed to find direction. And so if you're in that position right now that you just need a direction, you need some clarity, that was me, because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I knew at the time I couldn't travel as a trainer because I had 2 kids. They were young. And I was, you know, like I said, single. I was divorced. And so I needed to find something local. And so I started networking. Networking is huge. And I know Sammy, and if you do a lot of networking, that's where you're going to meet the people. That's how I was able to connect with a woman that introduced me to a tool that I now coach my clients, how to find your passion. And I'm going to talk about that in one of my 6 ways, because today it's about uncertainty. There's a lot of uncertainty going on with the pandemic. And so some of you might find yourself, okay, I'm home. It's time to reassess my career now. I'm not happy. If you're not feeling rewarded, you're not appreciated, and you're going every day frustrated and tired, then it's time to look, time to make a change, time to at least open up your mind. And we're going to talk about that, because that is one of the 6 ways, is your mindset. Okay. And so how do we go from uncertainty to clarity? Okay. In 6 ways. And I'm going to go through each of these 6 today. And I also have a gift for all of you for attending. So I will send it to Sammy. I'll also have my contact information is in my gift. And also, of course, Sammy has all my, my contact information. So for any of you that want to talk with me, I do offer a 30-minute complimentary discovery call. And so it's my gift also, in addition to the gift that I'm going to be sending all of you today. But the 6 ways are, first of all, is knowing your why. And I'm going to go through each of these individually. Know your why, define your values, identify your strengths, identify your mindset, develop your vision, and identify your passion. So you want to know, your first thing is knowing your why. And, as we're going through uncertain times, let me ask you these questions. Do you wish to leave a 9-to-5 job, but you don't have a clear pathway to get there? Okay. Are you feeling right now unproductive, stressed and frustrated, unfulfilled? Do you feel there's more to life than your job? And I hope that you say yes, because we are not identified by our job. And I call it just over broke. Okay, I'm looking, I invite you to look for a career. What is your calling? Life is too short to go to a job every day that you're miserable. Okay, but I ask you, how much pain are you in? And are you comfortable right now? Are you complacent? Because that's where I was, after I got laid off, just to continue my story, I did go to another job in talent acquisition. So I have been a recruiter for over 10 years. I have a lot of experience in recruiting sales, non-sales positions, administrative positions. And I did that for 11 years, too long. I was burnt out because I was filling the same positions over and over again. There was burnout. So in 2018, I finally left my corporate job to focus on Life is Ideal full time. And that's been a journey, because I started my business in 2012, Life is Ideal, because I became a certified passion test facilitator. And I left my career in 2018, finally, and I stayed in there because of fear. Fear is a huge thing that many of you might be experiencing now. And I also want to share with all of you, you don't want to just leave your job. If you're in a job right now, I'm not inviting you to leave tomorrow and say, I quit, and you have no plan of action. No. Okay. I did my business from 2012 to 2018 part-time until I left my corporate job in 2018. So I will now, in July 26, I will be celebrating 2 years as an entrepreneur. And I wouldn't be here today doing this in the middle of the day if I was at my job. So what I'm doing as part of my coaching, because I coach women, corporate women that want to leave that 9 to 5 and they want to go to entrepreneurship, or they want to go from their corporate job to something else in their career or another career, because I can help you to find that career. Okay. Sammy helps you with your resume and cover letters and all that.
Yes.
I help you prepare for that. I help you to get clarity to figure it out before you put together a resume. So that's where I come in. I come in before Sammy to really help you to tap into, you know, your why, your passion, your vision, your strengths, your values, your mindset. Okay. Because it's huge. Your mindset is huge. Okay. However, it begins with knowing your why. So let's get back to the 6 ways. The first way is knowing your why. So it's the first step to gaining clarity. And there's a quote that I want to say. Les Brown said, when your why is big enough, you will find your how. So when you think of your why, it's really about, you know, what is it that excites you? What makes you come alive? In my book, ebook that I'm going to be giving as my gift, there's an exercise so that you'll be able to figure out your own why yourself. Okay. And so there's an exercise in there that I'm going to give as my gift. But, you know, what are your strengths? What do you desire? You know, what do you want? Where do you see yourself adding value? So when I got laid off, I knew that I liked training and I knew I wanted to be in front of people. I love public speaking. I love one-on-one, but I really love being in front of groups of people more. That's really where I think my strength lies more. And we want to tap into our strengths because we all have strengths that we bring. Hi, Erica. We all have strengths that we bring, you know, so, you know, how will you measure your life? You know, what is it that you want to bring into your life? Okay. And so the why exercise, I'm going to be asking you, there's 6 questions in the why exercise. And one of them is, you know, I'll give you an example, is you're going to be writing down what is most important in your life. Everything that comes to mind, because you want to really dream here. You want to really figure out what is it that you love to do. You know, your job is not your whole life. You have hobbies, I'm sure, things that you love to do, people that you love to be with. What do you want to do with that? Okay. So that's really part of the why, is really figuring out what is that you want to do. What are your priorities to figure out your dream life? Okay. And when I got laid off, I really didn't dream. I said, you know, I got to pay my bills. Now, all of us have to pay our bills. I get it. However, the money will come when you're following your passion. Okay. You don't know how, but when you're following your passion, the money will come. And you know, one of the things that was holding me back from leaving my corporate job in 2018 was that I was afraid that I wasn't going to have clients. I was afraid of rejection. I was afraid who was going to want to be with me, who was going to want to hear me. And I believed in myself, and I believed that there is a way. And I met Sammy at a networking group that we're both part of. And had I not met Sammy, I wouldn't be here today sharing, you know, these 6 ways that I just put this together. To be honest with you, I had all this in separate places. And I said, you know what, I'm going to create something together during this pandemic. And so I came up with these 6 ways because it's an accumulation of everything that I've done in my own life. And so I created an ebook that I'm now going to have as a free gift on my website to share to people that they can download it, okay, on their own, whoever visits my website. So that will be coming next. I'll just have to figure out the technical aspect, because I hate that. That's not one of my strengths. And as an entrepreneur, I realize you got to do everything until you have the budget to spend money, okay, in other people, okay? So like Sammy is someone that I'm going to be working with at some point because she's a social media expert, okay?
Like, thank you. Delegation is just so important, though.
It is.
Do it all.
No, you're right. And I've learned that, Sammy. I have delegated little things. Like I have delegated, okay? Like I did have somebody do my website for me last year, brand new and, you know, redone. And I maintain it, but I'm not going to do everything. You're right, because you want to leverage on your strengths. Okay. And website development is not my strength. So I hired someone to do my website. Okay. So great point, Sammy. Okay. So the second way to go from uncertainty to clarity is your values. You know, what are your values? This is knowing your values is really important to creating the life you desire. One of my values has been freedom. That was what really kept me going to quitting my full-time job, is because I wanted to be free to do what I wanted, with whom I wanted, loving what I do every day. I wanted to be in control of my destiny. And I didn't want to be micromanaged. I did not want to be told every day what to do, what time to come in, what time to leave, what time to take lunch, blah, 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 blah. I wanted to be in control. And so integrity is one of my values. Freedom is one of my values. And I ask all of you, and you could put it in the chat. My question is, what is important to you and what do you desire? And you can either unmute yourself or you can put it in the chat. What do you desire? All of you that are on here today. Yes, go ahead, Colleen.
I was thinking, because like money is not something I want to drive my life for, but financial freedom, when you said freedom, financial freedom would be a huge one for me. So it's one of those things where it's like a double-edged sword. You want to do, like I have a book business that I run on top of being a librarian where I sell rare books, and income is not guaranteed, but I work very hard on it. But I've been noticing less sales during the pandemic, so I've been working less hard on it because I've been dejected and thinking it's not return on investment kind of thing. And I'm also a writer and I don't have time to write. So it's one of those things where I have a lot of passions, and the librarianship has become the number one, because not only do I love my job, but it's the only one that's like paying and giving me financial stability. So that's one of the big ones, but happiness is another big one.
Okay, good. And I love the comment. So being close to home so I can respond to the needs of my teenage kids. Amen. So
Yep.
I need a short commute with limited travel, better life for my children, creativity and fulfillment. Absolutely. One of the things you said, Colleen, is no time to write.
Yep.
If you start to journal or write down, where are you spending your time? I bet you can find 15 minutes a day to write.
Yeah.
So it's being intentional. And it's really, really saying, okay, instead of saying, I have no time to write, say, I have time to write. I will find the time to write. Put it in your calendar. What time can you do that? 15 minutes a day is better than zero. What can you do every day? Like 1% more than what you're doing right now is going to get you closer to that goal. And yeah, financial freedom is huge. Money used to be my number one motivator. And I left my career in 2018. I was making a lot more money than I'm making now. Okay, I'll be totally transparent. Did I leave making the money that in my business? No. However, I'm gonna get there, okay? And I'm happier, and I'm more focused, and I'm more productive. Okay, and I'm in control of my destiny. I'm not worried about being laid off. And every day it's up to us. For those of you, you're an entrepreneur, every day it's up to us to make it happen. It ain't gonna come to us. You gotta go after it. So how bad do you want something? How much pain are you in? I wouldn't have left my job in 2018 if I wasn't in enough pain, because I kept making excuses. Every year I would say, I'm gonna quit my job. Then my coworkers were tired of hearing me. And they were saying, oh, you're never gonna quit. And I'm like, you'll see, I will. And I finally did it, and they were happy. And after I quit, those two people that kept telling that to me, they both quit their jobs right after me. And it was amazing. I guess I had to start this trend, okay?
I can testify to that too, Tina. It is difficult to leave. I was in corporate for a long time. I had my corporate gig, and I found, I don't know how, because now I'm just doing the writing and I'm swamped. I don't know how I did both. And people would say, how do you do both? And I'd say, I don't know. And corporate laid me off last October. And right before the layoff,
That's right.
all my friends were talking like, Sammy, you need to just do the business. And I'm like, yeah, but the money, right? The money, the benefits, the all the other perks that you get from it, stock options. And I'm like, how can I just walk away from the job and pursue my passion? Like, you can't just walk away. Who just quits? And then my best friend told me, you were never going to quit, but corporate quit you.
That's
and
right.
I said, yeah. And it's what everyone kept saying is, you know, you need to take the leap. You need to just do it, and everything will work out. It'll open up space for you to pursue your passion. And it's absolutely true. Right now, I at one point I was applying for jobs, and now I got to a point where it's like I don't have time to apply to jobs because I'm running my business.
See, isn't that a great feeling? You know, here's the thing: it's taking that leap. And like I said earlier, I'm not asking all of you if you're in a job right now to quit tomorrow. No, you want to have a plan. You want to have. I already had a business going. I had clients, you know, but I was frustrated because I wasn't able to focus on it 100% like I wanted to. And so you see how Sammy's example, you know, yes, benefits. When I quit in 2018, I had no benefits. I did. My husband's self-employed. He's an accountant. He had no benefits. I left with no benefits. Scary as you know, it was. And that was the number one reason too, or number two.
Wait, Tina, tell that story. Because I don't know if you guys join later. Tina's talking about how she merged some of her talks and presentations together. In one of her other presentations, you talk about the conversation you had with your husband about him being an entrepreneur already.
And he was the one that kept saying to me, oh, you know, now's not the right time to quit. Now's not the right time to quit. Well, you know what? Because he was thinking of himself, because I was bringing the consistent paycheck every day, every week, every 2 weeks. I'm the one that was covering the health benefits. It was just me and him. We're empty nesters. We don't have small children. Okay. And so when I quit, I didn't even tell him I was quitting. I quit. And then I came home and told him I quit. And he says, I don't believe you did that. And I said, yes, I did. And you know what? He now says to me, I have never seen you happier and more focused and getting stuff done. I'm like, I'm trying to tell you that for years, but you just don't listen.
Yeah. They don't. No.
Men, you know, I'm not going to bash men because, you know, I'm glad there's no men here. If there are, I would say it anyway. But, you know, here's the thing. They don't listen. He wasn't listening to me, and I had to make a decision. Okay. And yes, so Sammy, that is so true, because I was thinking about him and it wasn't the right time. So we make excuses.
Did you figure out the benefits thing? Because I have diabetes and I pay the highest for my benefits, and that's something that has also kept me like I need stable wage.
I did. I got a health broker, insurance broker. Yes, and he has insurance. We both have insurance now. You see, did it cost more? Yes, it costs more. But you know what? You're gonna make it when you really put your mindset to it. And I'm going to talk about that. You know, I'm on values right now. It's really about what is important to you. And for me, like financial freedom, you said, Colleen, financial freedom is good. It's what will the money do for you? You know, what can you do with the money? It's not just having that financial freedom. We all want financial freedom. All our bills are paid. Everything's up to date. We know we owe no one. Yes, that's good. Okay. Are we always going to be there? I'm not there right now. Is it a goal? Yes, to get that financial freedom. I am free in terms of I'm not with an employer. I'm not worried about being laid off. I'm not going every day at 8:30 and I got to take a half hour for lunch. And God forbid I'm back 5 minutes later. I get told you're 5 minutes late. Really? As an adult? So that's the thing that, you know, you really want to know what are your values, okay? And which leads me to the third way is your strengths. You know, what are your natural talents and skills? Like my strength is not website development. My strength is not that detail-oriented type of stuff. I've done it. I've been doing it. My strength is really coaching, public speaking, being with people, you know, going to networking events, in person. I prefer in person versus online. However, I've changed and adapted, although all of my coaching has really been on Zoom in the past up to now. You know, hope no one reads lips. Yes, Erica. So thanks, Erica. You can unmute yourself. You can share. This is a safe group today. Anybody else want to say? Go, Erica.
I said I don't know what my effing strengths are.
Okay, that's okay. You know,
I think you need to connect with Tina.
yeah, because you know what? We have a hard time sometimes thinking of our strengths because we're so critical of ourselves. We don't think of what we're good at. We always think about what's not good, what we can't do, instead of what we can do. Okay. So when you get my gift, you know, it's the ebook. I think for me, it helps to ask other people who know you well. Yes. And as a matter of fact, Colleen, I was saying that today to someone else in my training. Ask your friends, ask your family, not any toxic person, not anybody's going to bring you down. You want to be with the positive people that are going to say, okay, this is what you are. This is who you are. This is some of your strengths. Okay. And because we don't see that a lot of times and we're critical. Okay. And that's one of the things that I used to call myself, oh, I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. How can I do that? I can't believe I did. You know, let's stop bashing ourselves and let's celebrate our little wins every day. We have something to be grateful for. I'm a huge believer in being grateful, even during this pandemic. And I know, Sammy, you might not be grateful that you got your son every day. You got a homeschool. However, just think of all the time you're spending with him, bonding. He's
I
going to
don't know,
miss.
Tina. It's hard now. Now he's telling me I work too much. So I don't know.
You probably do work too much.
Are you doing one of these on balance during the pandemic?
I should, right? Because balance is huge. Because I mean, are you working more if you're working from home? Yeah. I have to literally like shut down at a certain time and I pretend I'm at a job and say, okay, I'm done. It's 4:30, done, 5, done. You know, but I
just
do
wrote
have
a
some
blog
time.
on that and I said the same thing, especially like people who transition from going into work and now you're working at home. Follow those same rules. If you took a 15-minute break at 10 o'clock, take your 15-minute break.
That's a good point. I should do a video on that topic too.
Yeah, and I also just declined someone's, now there's, first of all, we're in Zooms all day, and now they're doing Zooms at night. So now I'm getting these 7 o'clock Zooms.
Oh, God.
So someone's like, oh, I hope you can join us tomorrow at 7. And I'm like, I can't. No, I have to shut it down at some point.
You know what? It's boundaries. Yes, Erica, you're chasing your 2-year-old. Well, you're getting your cardio, you're getting your exercise. I get it. Okay. I remember doing that as well. Yes, if you're putting in your, Colleen, let's see. If you're putting in your resume as a skill or strength, Sammy suggested her last program to put proficient or basic before. Yeah. So you can list the skill, but not insinuate that you are top of the class. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Okay. Being, you know, proficient or basic. I like the word proficient.
Yes, but list the skills, whether, you know, you just played in Microsoft Word one day and you're not really an expert, list it, because you can always learn. You can also take refresher courses and get certified.
Absolutely.
Or whatever. So just
Absolutely.
list it, because that could be a differentiator in getting that job.
That's right. It can differentiate. And this is the thing. You want to differentiate yourself from the other people. I mean, unemployment now is going to be much higher than it's been. And so you're going to have a lot of competition, and you're going to have to really, your resume is going to have to really stand out. Your cover letter has to really stand out, and you want to focus on your strengths that you bring to your employer when you're going out there and in an interview, because there is going to be much more competition moving forward. Okay. Yes. And absolutely, Sammy, you know it because you're the expert here. Okay. You know, and www.samsword.com. Okay.
I figured I would take it back to my AOL chat room days with the little squiggly lines and stuff.
Yeah, I know, right? I remember. So any questions so far? We're coming up to the 4th way. Any thoughts on strengths, values, your why? Anybody have any comment? Colleen, go ahead.
Like I said, I have a lot of like passions. And I know Celeste has a million passions. So like for the two of us, how do you prioritize that? You know, like how do you dig deep in yourself and be like, you know, the real one that I should spend time on is this one?
So glad you asked that question. I have a tool called the Passion Test. And if you go to my website, www.lifeisideal.com, I talk about a lot with this tool that I'm certified as a passion test facilitator. And I do coach women on one-on-one. And I'm actually creating a 3-month coaching program from this 6 ways, okay, that I'm going through today. So I do have a 3-month coaching program, but I also have just, if I want to focus on just the passion piece, however, it's just a piece. These 6 ways is the whole enchilada, okay? And so I'm offering a 3-month, and I'm going to be updating my website because it is new that like I said, I'm taking everything, but you can definitely go to my website and you'll check it out to see the tool. I do have some videos talking about the tool. I got certified in that. And what happens with the tool is that it gives you clarity to figure out your top 5 most important things. So in answer to your question, Colleen, it gives you that laser focus, that clarity that you need. For me, the tool gave me that clarity that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, helping other women to live their passion. Over 80% of working Americans are not happy with what they're doing. They're really not. And so how do I turn that around and make more people happier? Because you got to have balance in your life. You got, there's the financial, the spiritual, the health, the career, your relationships with people. When something is misaligned, there's something going on. It's going to affect your health when you're stressed. Okay, you're frustrated, you're tired, you're going to eat more. Okay, then you're not spiritual. I'm a spiritual person. Whatever you believe in is your belief. I believe in God. That's my belief. And I pray every day. That's one of my routines. I journal, I meditate. Well, meditate, I got some work to do. Okay, I'm not going to say I meditate. It's hard for me to stay still. Okay, so that's a work in progress. Yes, gratitude journal, absolutely, Colleen. Journaling, anything, writing down everything. Good. I'm glad you started that. Being grateful every day. What are you grateful for? Even during these chaotic times, there's something to be grateful for. Like I advise all of you, turn off the TV, stop watching the news, focus on, spending time, spend time reading, spend time journaling, spend time writing, spend time on what you love to do instead of the news every day. Oh my God. And every channel's got the same discussion. Okay, good. That's great, Erica. Helping your husband with his business. Really good. So you've been busy. Good. Okay, that's awesome. And so gratitude journal is huge. So the 4th step is to identify your mindset. And this is huge. It begins, everything is here. Okay. There's 2 types of mindset that we have. We have a growth and we have fixed. And mindset comes from our beliefs, okay? We all have beliefs that come from our childhood into our adulthood life, and we carry them into our businesses, we carry them into our careers, and it creates chaos, okay? And yes, so Erica, I know you're right. You're still doing your 9 to 5 owned, and I don't get to do much. I get it. And you have a 2-year-old too. So prioritizing and time management is huge. What can you do every day to chunk some time down to focus on your business? Erica, yes,
Yeah.
share.
It's not really, so I started the business because he was working like $15 an hour jobs. And I went to school and got a degree, and I make, I don't know, I make enough, but not enough to be on my own. Now I am on my own, and he still has a business, and he's, doing really well with it, but I don't get to be a part of it. So I'm like, how do I get out of my 9 to 5 into my job? And I also, like, my passion project is a blog, but I haven't even been able to, I just started doing it, but can I parlay that blog into selling our cleaning product too? Like, that's the other thing. Like, how do I get
yes, you can.
That's where I'm at. So if I want to be in the business, I kind of have to come in the back door with marketing, and that's what I focus on.
Okay.
Kind of doing like 6 things at once, trying to throw a bunch of stuff out there and see what works. And so I guess direction is my
direction. And blogging is huge. My God, you can make money with your blogging, writing about your cleaning. I mean, if you're doing cleaning products, combining the 2. I have a friend of mine right now. She has a residential commercial cleaning business in Pennsylvania. Okay, so she had to now what? She can't do her business anymore because of this pandemic. She can't go to their homes. So this was her whole business now that she transitioned out of corporate, doing really well with the business, and now she's had to shift. So now she said, you know what? I got to find a way to bring money into my business. And she's a single mom. She's a single mom
Yeah.
with boys that don't live with her every day. However, she's now been creative in that the products that she was using for the clients in their homes, she's now offering them to them that they can buy from her for them to clean their house themselves until she gets back in their home. But in the meantime, she created some income with the cleaning products that now they're buying the products from her instead of figuring out how to clean their own house.
Yeah, that's what we want to do is we're going to relabel the cleaner that we use.
Okay.
You can buy it and relabel it and do all that, and then sell it under our name and hopefully get it out into, you know, into the community and stuff. But I also kind of, you know, I just, there's a lot going on, but
You know, COVID might be a benefit, like a
I know.
learning of COVID, you know?
I
Like,
know.
it's bad, but it might be a perfect time to sort of like focus on cleaning products. Yeah.
It does, because now you have more of the time. Well, I mean, you have a 2-year-old with you. You had the 2-year-old before the pandemic. You have the 2-year-old now. A lot of times we make the kids as the excuse, but make them your reason that you want to be in your full-time business, because you will have more flexibility. You can be a mom and not have to pay for daycare. You could run your own business and have the time.
Well,
Yes.
that's the thing. If I can get the blog going, well, I'm going to talk this afternoon with the website people so they can add the blog onto our website, and then I can get it going. But I also have like a mom blog that I work on the side, and I'm trying to figure out how to get them to like co-align or whatever. But you know, it's the marketing people were like $900 a month. I'm like, I don't have, now it's over. Like, that's done. You know?
No, it's time to shop. It's time to shop for
$900 a month.
Yeah, you know. I'll talk to you later.
Erica,
Is this
Yes,
her?
no, Gina and I are the business librarians at the library, and you can always do like a video call with us for like an hour if you want about marketing, about any kind of business questions you have. You can use Sam, she's our entrepreneur in residence, and definitely
cool.
help you with that for free. So it's a really good opportunity that the library provides because we got a grant for it.
Tap into the resources. Yeah, tap into the resources that you can get. Exactly. Yeah, she's there 4 to 6 on Thursdays, Tuesdays 2 to 4. Absolutely. You know, you need help as an entrepreneur. Sammy's there. Sam is an entrepreneur. Colleen, you're there.
And I've built websites. I've helped people with their blogs and marketing.
Oh, that's great.
Social media for the library. So like I can, Sammy can help you with that. So
I signed up for like a seminar that's how to grow an email list, and like I keep doing these things on the side, but you know, I'm not really getting too far with it because I have like trying to do the email list, and then I'm also like how to start your blog, and then I have to learn how to do all that. Like,
definitely reach into the library resources, and it's good that you're attending this. So
good. So glad you're
thank you.
Erica. Awesome. Great. So mindset. Okay, so let me continue. So the 2 types, growth. Growth mindset is when you try new things. You have the mindset as growth, like I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to find a way. Okay. University of Hartford has great entrepreneurial classes. I've spoken there myself. A great program. Milena Irwin, she runs it. Great. I mean, they got a lot of stuff that it's like, oh my God, I need to attend some of these. Okay. Myself, because I've spoken there a few times, and they have they're great resources. Tap into that. There's a lot for you. Okay, Erica, as an entrepreneur, for any of you else who's an entrepreneur. But so you look at challenges as an opportunity to stretch yourself when you have the growth mindset. You don't look at for example, this pandemic is an event. How you react to this event is what's going to determine your outcome. Okay, or you can make excuses that I can't do this because, you know, we got the virus going on now. I got to take care of my kids. I got to, you know, watch them. Why don't you stop focusing on, I invite you, you don't have to do anything, to focus on solutions, options, because there's always going to be a solution. I'm a solution-oriented type of person. And I said, there's got to be a way to figure this out. I don't know how, but I'm going to figure this out. Okay. And so every day, you know, I'm always thinking about, okay, what solution, you know, things, you know, it's funny how things are coming to me without me going after, because I believe in what I have. I'm connected with good people. You know, I'm on Facebook. I have a Facebook group called From Corporate to,
You just changed the name.
I did. I know. From corporate career to purpose-driven life. My God, I always had to think about it. Because I changed it, because my target audience really is corporate women that want to get out of corporate. And how do they do that? And I help them to get out of corporate into their career, whatever it is. It could be entrepreneurship. I'm biased towards entrepreneurship, but it's not for everyone. Okay? It really isn't. If you really want to follow your passion, your calling, not just the job. Okay? So the mindset, coming back to growth, is when you believe in change, and you also believe that change is good. It's inevitable. This virus was meant to happen, and people are going to do things differently. I think people are going to connect differently with people. They're just going to find different ways to do what they're doing everyday life. Okay. I don't think we'll ever get back to real normal the way it was before. Might get close. I mean, I need a haircut. I can't wait for my hairdresser to be open.
Yeah, but you know, people are saying too, like, do we really want to get back to where we were?
I know.
You know, is that the place to be? Obviously, changes needed to be made. Just look at all the new provisions and social things that are now available. You know, now, you know, the government can do so much more for its citizens. Do we want to get back to where we were, or are we going to use this to propel us to where we need to be in a better direction? I
agree with you, Sammy. You know, I don't want it to go back to, I mean, I wanted to get back to where you can go to a restaurant. Yeah. You can go get your hair done and your nails and okay, you know, basic stuff like a pedicure would be nice. Okay. I've had to do my own. It's like not fun. Okay. Color my own hair. Yep. But I can't cut it. Okay. I can, but it won't come out good. So there's new ways of doing things. Yes. I don't think we want to get back to where we were. Okay, so there's gonna be new ways of thinking. So growth mindset gets back to that. We're gonna figure this out. It's gonna be good. Whereas fixed is when you just say, I can't do this, I'm not doing this. I see the problems instead of the solutions. And you really question yourself. You say, well, I'm not good at this. I can't do that. You know, this is a problem. I'll never make the money. I'll never find my passion. So why should I even dream about it? Blah, blah, blah. You're making excuses. It goes back to your mindset. And a lot of times I hear people, I have no money and I have no time. Those are the main two things. It's BS because you're going to find the money when it's a priority, and you'll make the time when you want something bad enough. Okay, because I've been in situations when I know I have no money to pay someone, and I found the money because I knew that I wanted to do that. And so I found the money. Again, goes back to the growth mindset. Okay, I'm gonna figure out a way. I don't know how, but I'm gonna do it. Okay. Any comments on growth and fixed? You can have both. It's not one or the other. You can have a mix of both, but you wanna, whenever you're going from a fixed mindset, how can you turn it around and say something that is going into the growth, the solution versus the problem? Because what you focus on expands. Okay, it really does. Are you focusing on the problems or are you focusing on solutions? Okay, any questions?
No, but I'm writing down all your quotes and you will be seeing them in the future on Sam's Words motivational post.
Awesome.
Very nice gems you got.
Thank you. And then what leads into mindset too is one of the 6 ways, it's part of mindset, is beliefs, because beliefs is our driving force. You know, and that's what stops us a lot, because we have this belief that, for example, my beliefs around money were always scarcity. Money was never good enough. I could never make money. money was the root of all evil. This is what I was raised with. Money's the root of all evil. Only the rich get richer, blah, 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 blah. There isn't enough money. Why should I even try? I'm just going to pay the bills. Yes. And just not dream. And it drives our relationships with others. It drives our attitude. It just dictates our whole outlook to life. It really does. Okay. And it doesn't help us. So I had to really work on myself with scarcity mindset to abundance, that there is money. I don't know how, but there is. And so when I started to shift my mindset, opportunities came my way. Okay. And so that's where, for me, it's been a work in progress over the years. And, you know, it just goes into that, your why. How bad do I know my why is I will never go to a job and be told what to do by someone ever. Highly unlikely. I'm not going to use never. Boom. Highly unlikely. I'm not going to say never. It's very unlikely. Okay. Because I'll find a way to not go back to where I was. Okay. So that's definite. Okay. So I'll find a way. All right. And so that's right now where I am with the beliefs, because it limits us, because when we have limiting beliefs, it stops us. It really, we lose security. We just, we have these opinions, and we all have these beliefs. Okay. Oh, that's okay, Colleen. Thank you, Colleen. I'll send the information to Sammy. I'll be done in about 10 minutes anyway.
Colleen, before you go quickly, I know we're recording. Do I need to do anything at the end for the recording? You're on mute.
I set it to record to the cloud, so it should be like banked in our, if you go online, not on your phone, if you go into Zoom online and you go into the Ives Squared account, it should be banked in there somewhere.
Okay, cool.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Colleen. And I just put my website and my email address in the chat for everybody as well. But like I said, Sammy, I'm going to send you this ebook. The fifth, so I ask all of you, what are your beliefs? Think about that. And in the ebook that I'm going to send you, you'll be able to write them out. What are your beliefs? How have they influenced you today? It influenced me with the scarcity mindset that I had. Okay. Going from scarcity. And I was always worrying about money. There was always a worry. I was always worrying is a wasted emotion. You're not going to get anywhere when you worry. And but what's happened is I have 2 kids. My daughter's the worrier. My son is not. I don't know how that happened. Both raised with 2 same parents. And my daughter just worries. Well, she must have taken that from me, because I always worried, and I raised her to worry about money. And maybe that's what it was. So now I've shifted my mindset, in self-development and really, learning and reading. I'm a self-learner, lifelong learner, and I have a lot of books that I read all the time. So I've had to shift my mindset. Okay. And there's a book that I want you, and I'm going to put that in the chat. Carol Dweck, mindset, called The Psychology of Mindset. She goes into a lot of detail about growth and fixed. I highly recommend her book. Okay. So the 5th way, getting closer to wrapping up, is your vision. I do vision board workshops. Sammy has attended them for her networking group that she runs. I do annual vision board workshops. And so this is where do you see yourself? It's really imagining, where do you see? I kept seeing myself as an entrepreneur, full-time, every day, saying affirmations. I don't know if you do affirmations, but affirmations are positive statements in present tense. And I was saying every day, twice a day, I am happy and grateful that I'm a full-time entrepreneur sharing the message to women about living a life with passion. I was saying that in 2018, in April, every day, twice a day, until July. I actually left my corporate job. And I never really had a consistent habit like that until I attended one of Jack Canfield's seminars. He has a great book called Success Principles. He's one of my mentors that really talks about a lot of these tools. And I got a lot of his training from him. He's a great speaker. So he's got a great, I highly recommend you look him up. YouTube, I'm sure, his website. So vision is really helps you to reach your potential. It gives you that visual where you see yourself. It's not just putting pictures on a board. It's really, what is it that you want to desire? What do you want to bring into your life, okay, every day? What do you want to create? And only you can do it, okay? But so developing your vision is the fifth way to going from uncertainty. And so I ask you these questions. What is an area of your life that is not working as well as you would like to? Okay, you know, ask yourself, what area of your life? What will you commit to doing? You know, what are you currently doing that is working that you need to do more of? Like Erica, you know, okay, you blogging, Colleen, blogging. What is it that you can do more every day? You know, that will get you closer to that goal. Even if it's just 1% more every day, what are you going to do? Okay, what are you going to commit to? Because, you know, it begins with a decision. Nothing's going to happen if you don't decide and take action. Okay, and, you know, and the fear that holds us back, and I'm guilty of it, fear held me back. Fear is face everything and rise. Fear is false evidence appearing real. We make excuses. We have these stories. And I was telling stories. Okay. And, you know, I quit my job in 2018. A year and a half later, we're paying our bills. We're figuring it out. We're doing it. Okay. And so it's amazing how things come up in our life, but they do.
And
Okay.
Tina, you're doing all that and you still don't have a boss telling you what to do. Go ahead.
I know. Oh my God, I'm so happy about that. I'm so grateful. I had a woman who was, oh my God, I would cringe every day walking in of the stupidity. I mean, I'm going to say the word. No one is stupid, but I have to say this one person was just stupid.
They're stupid people. It's okay. This is a safe space.
She was stupid. I was a better recruiter than her. And she would come up with these, oh my God, okay. I had to be open-minded. And I was like, okay, I'm going to accept her. I'm going to adapt. Okay. Erica, your life is in nursing homes. Okay. You're not in a positive environment. I know.
No,
Sad.
I feel the same way. I cringe every day. I start walking in. I'm like, I can do this. I can do this.
But you don't want to do that.
I know, but you don't want to. And so I was like, oh my God, I was like, I'm not dealing with this stupidity every day. Okay, how much more am I going to take of this? I'm smart enough to figure out she's stupid. Okay, and I'm smart enough to go and say, I'm done. And when I left, she was like, my office was already cleaned out because I had already been planning it. And when I left, she said to me, do you need any boxes to clean your office? I said, no, I've been doing it for months. I already got everything. Thank you. Have a good life.
Tina, we got to talk. That was my same exact story when I left Yale.
Oh, did you? Oh my God.
And then I went around the building because this is before I started Sam's Work, but I still had business cards. So I quit, and then I went around the building and gave everybody my business card.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. So we got to talk. So, I mean, this is what I had in my last career. Okay. So I invite you to take action in spite of the fear. Release your fears, take action to create the life you desire. You know, because we're going to have fear, but do it through the fear. Okay. I did it through the fear. Okay. And I invite you to, you know, being uncomfortable is a good thing. What's sad is that we're comfortable and we're not doing anything and we're just staying in the comfort. We're
comfortable with mediocrity.
Yeah, we're comfortable with the mediocrity and we just don't stretch ourselves. Okay. Had I not left in 2018, I wouldn't have stretched myself to do more than what I was doing. Okay. And so that's what I invite you to take action in spite of the fear. Okay. The sixth way is to identify your passion. And this is where I have my tool called the passion test to really get clear on those 5 most important things. It aligns with your values, your strengths. What is it that you want to do? And it's not a privilege. It is your right. And it's being in a space that I am the fortunate few. Okay, but the barriers that we have that prevent us is fear. Okay, I talked about that already. Self-doubt, procrastination, huge. Paralysis, paralyzed, numbness, you just don't do anything, they stay in one place. And caution, oh, right now it's not the right time. I don't know, I gotta think about this. You're paralyzed, you're just overly cautious. I'm not saying not to be cautious, not to have a plan. Like what I did before I quit, I saved enough money so I created an emergency fund. I made sure I had some clients. I was already marketing. I was already networking. I was already doing the business. So it's not like I just said, okay, Life is Ideal starts 2018 in July. No. So like I said earlier, I don't invite you to just quit your jobs and just do your business. No.
And I want to second that, because even with being laid off and running the business and now being in this pandemic, in both instances, I said, I'm just so thankful I already had Sam's Word set up and established when I got laid off. I'm so thankful I already had it set up and established during this pandemic.
That's right. That's right. So
build it, create it.
You build it, you're creating it, you're already doing it. So that's the thing, you already had created it, and that's myself as well. And so when you remove these barriers, okay, there's a 3-step formula to identifying your passion. And I go through this in detail in my coaching, is intention. What are you consciously creating today in your life? Every day, being intentional. Okay, because we are responsible 100% of our life. Even this pandemic, yes, we didn't create the pandemic. It's an event, but how are we reacting to this will determine the outcome, okay, of this pandemic, of this virus. Or, I've gone through different challenges in my life. I am currently facing challenges in my family life right now, okay? And Sammy knows, one of them is my daughter, okay? And I am doing it in spite of it, okay? And it's a serious challenge that I have.
How is she today?
She's in the hospital still, backwards. My daughter, for those of you safe, has cancer. She's 37 and dealing with that. And chemo's not working, in a nutshell. They're giving her 1 to 2 year survival.
No, Tina.
Basic.
And yet here you are, being the queen of positivity right now, Tina.
But you know what? Here's the thing. I have found, because I'm a solution-oriented person, and I said, okay, I'm not taking the doctors, and I basically told them where they can go. Okay, basically told them, and I'm with the naturopathic physician. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have a plan in place. Thank you so much, Erica. We're gonna look for solutions. But you know what I've been telling my daughter? Mindset.
Yeah.
If you think you're going to listen to the doctors, because only one person, in my opinion, it's for me, because I'm spiritual, God is the one who has the plan. Things are meant to happen if they're meant to happen. However, during your time on earth, you better find a solution. You better look for it. Mm-hmm. And that's where we are right now. We're working with a naturopathic physician. It's going to be about natural remedies. That I found this doctor, his name is Robert Zembrowski in Darien, Connecticut. He has a book. He's a cancer survivor himself. Goes from diagnosis to rebuilding your life. How do you do that? And great person, gave us great suggestions. And I found him through networking. A woman who I know, Dr. Davia, Sammy. Oh, okay. Dr. Davia knew him and gave me, and we had a call. But my daughter's mindset has to shift from petrified that she's going to die to we have hope and faith.
Yes, we all do. And we are all pushing and praying for her and for you. That's a lot, Tina.
Well, thank you. I didn't want to leave this on a morbid, so we're going to shift our mindset right now.
Happy.
We're going to go 6 ways from that, our why, our vision, our strengths, our values, your passion, your mindset. Okay. Tips to network. You know, Melba, tips to networking. I'm not a networking queen. I have attended many networking events, but I got to say, you got to be intentional with the right networking groups. You want to know the people that are in the networking. Who are they? Are they aligned with who you're looking for to align yourself with? You know, like for example, I'm looking for corporate women that want to leave their jobs. I will find them in an entrepreneur women group. However, I'm also looking for places where I can find the corporate women that want to leave. Okay, that are in transition, they want to reinvent themselves. So it's really being intentional, you know, strategic, like, okay, I'm not going to go to just any networking. Okay, Melba, I hope that answered your question, but it's really being intentional. So
And
as
Melba,
I was
sorry,
go,
I
go.
would say too, think about the ROI. I recently left 2 networking groups because I didn't see the return on it. It wasn't beneficial to me.
That's right. That's
so
right.
I know Erica too was in a group like that, right? So you want to think about the ROI, and that includes the money you're making, the money you invest to join, and then your time that you're spending attending all these meetings and traveling to these meetings. So think about your ROI.
That's right. That's right. Good point. So good point, Sammy. So finishing up passion, ROI is return on investment.
Yes, thank you.
Good. Okay. Intention, I talked about. Attention, again, going back to what are you focusing on expands. So that's the second step in the formula for passion. And then the third one is no tension, letting go. I have to let go about my daughter's situation. I am working on it, helping, but at the end of the day, it's her who has to have that mindset, okay, to go in that direction. And all of us, we have, it's just doing it, but don't worry about the how. Letting go, not being a control freak, because we want to control every outcome. So with the 3-step to identifying your passion, it's the last one, like I said, no tension, is letting go, releasing, being open to the possibilities that you are going to manifest those things that you want. So those are my 6 ways to going from uncertainty to clarity. Any questions, any thoughts on any of this? Like I said, I'm going to send Sammy the ebook for this that I talked about today, so that you will have your copy of it yourself to go through. The exercises are in there, the questions, you're going to have all of it in there that I reviewed today. It's my gift to all of you, as well as a 30-minute complimentary discovery call that I offer. You can go to my website. Right now, I have a 7-step blueprint to achieving freedom is my free offer that gets you on my email list. However, like I said, I'm going to send Sammy this information from today. Any questions, thoughts? Last minutes before I do have to jump off because I'm multitasking. I was like, oh my God. It's like, it figures, you know, everything always happens at the same day, feast or famine. That's how life is, right? Any questions?
I have a question if you can hear me.
Go, Melba.
So I am a person that graduated college 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I've been looking through jobs. So like, what would be your tips on, because I'm not recently graduated, but like I haven't found a career. Like I have multiple passions when I came out of college. And so I've been doing different jobs to see if it is a possible career. And was hoping or was wondering what your advice would be for sort of like these like this middle ground where you're like figuring out or choosing, like when you are in like a crossroad of like multiple jobs or career possibilities. Like I don't know. I'm not sure how to phrase this question better.
No, you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to get clarity. You're a recent college grad. Are you working right now?
Yes, I'm working. I am working. I just don't think I'm not like in love with what I'm doing. Like I'm
Very
comfortable
common.
with what I'm doing, but I'm just not in love with it. And I feel like I can be doing more.
Okay. So we could schedule a call together to go into more. So we can talk, and, you know, once we get the clarity, Then of course, like I said, Sammy will actually help with the actual resume and cover letters for you. Once you get the direction, because like I said earlier, you could put anything you want on a resume, but is it really what you want to do? You do want to, of course, capture your experience. So if right now you're at a crossroad, Melba, and that's where I was. So we could, I put my email. Why don't you email me? We could schedule a 30-minute call together.
Erica, do you have a question? Your hand is raised.
Erica, do you have a question? Okay,
Yeah.
Erica.
Sorry, I couldn't get my fingers to work. The passion test, is that like, maybe I already know what mine is, but is that free? Is that just like a questionnaire on your Facebook or on your website?
Okay, it's not a questionnaire on my website. It is through my coaching. And what I do is I do a 3-month coaching on these 6 steps. However, if you want just the tool and we focus just on the passion piece, I can do that too. I can do that as well. And it's 2 sessions and we can talk about that. If you're just looking to get clarity around your passion, we can do that. But I do have the 3-month coaching program that includes all of these 6 steps. Really figuring out getting clarity around who you are, okay? And how to take your passion, okay? And then launch it. And, I'm a business coach, so I help entrepreneurs as well. But, like I said, Sammy works at the library, in New Haven Library, and I tell you, they've got great resources. She's an entrepreneur. She can help you with your business as well.
Yeah. I'll reach out to Sam and try to get some, maybe can hook me up with Colleen or whatever she was talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Point me in the right direction.
Yeah, I would definitely invite you to do that. Connect with Sammy, connect with Colleen.
There's a lot of resources available, a
There
lot
is.
of free information, and I
There
think
is.
it's really important that you guys take advantage of it.
Yes, it is. So, all right. So I do have to go.
Well, thank you, Tina, for hosting this call today.
Thank you.
I hope everyone found it helpful. It will be on the Ives Squared section of the library. I hope. I'm not making that. So you guys should be able to find it there. When Tina sends her ebook, I believe Colleen has all your email addresses from registering, or maybe I can find it in Zoom, and then I'll send that out to everyone also.
Good. Very good. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Trish, for saying thank you. I hope it was helpful. Have a great one. Thank you, Melba.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you, Sammy.